you cannot assume that people will just know what you want them to know or not care about it. You have to communicate clearly.
Man, it is so hard to go back to working after all these holidays. But it's been a great morning so far. Swim practice, breakfast with a friend. Now I'm heading home, try to get some work done.
Right, so last week, I think it was last week, this whole month just seems like a blur, but anyway, I think it was last week, I pushed a new version of Prospero where we've changed the business model. Now, I've told you about this a few videos ago. What we wanted to do was to, instead of charge credits for every proposal made with Prospero, we let you create how many proposals you want and only charge once the client actually signs it. And it's live now, it's working. But the thing is, we did not communicate this at all. And this sucks because you cannot assume that people will just know what you want them to know or not care about it. You have to communicate clearly. And I've been getting lots of emails saying, hey, what's the business model here? What's the pricing for this product? Because not knowing how much a product costs is a good enough reason not to even try it or invest effort into it when you're not sure how much money people are going to ask you for it eventually. And we don't mention the pricing on the landing page or inside the product or anywhere. So I want to fix this today. What I want to do is, first of all, email all of Prospero customers to let them know we did this change. Second of all, change the landing page for Prospero. And third, find a place or a pop-up or somewhere inside the product where people can find out how much it costs to use this. Got 2 hours before I need to head out for a new school meeting. Let's see what I can do in 2 hours. All right, it is 1 hour later. Finished all 3 of my tasks much faster and productive than expected. Let me show you what I did. I'm using Intercom, and I've showed you that before, to communicate with Prospero users. So I've sent an email to 700 people. That's the email that I've sent. Finished it off with what do you think, to encourage people to reply and give me feedback. Feedback so far has been good. As you can see, some people have already started to open the emails. Here on Prospero dashboard, I've added this little pricing tag that when you click it, it opens a pop-up that explains our pricing model. And lastly, here on the Prospero landing page, before you sign up, I've changed the text of this section to say pay only when you get the project signed and start now. Because it's hosted on Webflow, I could change the text so easily and just click publish, and now it's live, so I'm super happy with it. I've got 1 more hour before I need to head out for my meeting, so I'll try to finish off that Unity tutorial I've started last week.
All you gotta do is just... All you gotta do is you.
Great new school meeting discussing Prospero. It was actually kind of a heavy talk because we're in what's called in the startup lingo the dip, which means that we've been working for almost a year now on Prospero, but still we don't see the success that we wanted to see, and that's why we're like inside of a dip, and we need the motivation to stick it out until we can get out of the dip and actually succeed with it. But so we've kind of discussed this and thought how to give ourselves more motivation and how to kind of put a deadline to achieve all the features that we think will make this work by the end of the year. And if we don't see success by the end of the year, then we'll have to think about it again. Anyway, even though I was on vacation for the last 4 days, I actually didn't get much rest. We were taking Tommy off diapers, so we kind of had to stay inside the house for 4 days because we wanted him to be next to the toilet. So it was kind of like, I'm going crazy when I can't leave the house and not see people and not be in the outdoors. So I'm really enjoying today the opportunity to be outside and hang out with people, and gonna meet a friend now to drink beer and just take this day easy. Great talking to my friend Omer. Came back from the States, hearing about his experiences, talking about projects, new ideas, how to take our careers forward. It might look as if I didn't work that much today, but I spent most of the day talking and thinking about work. So in my view, it was a pretty productive and fun day. Hope you guys had one too, and I'll catch you tomorrow.